Hi, I'm Dave Karger for IMDb at the 2018 Toronto International Film Festival, and joining me now from the movie Boy Erased are the film's writer-director co-star Joel Edgerton and Garrard Conley, whose life it's based on and whose book it's based on. Great to see both of you guys. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Joel, the first movie you directed was The Gift, in which you starred with Rebecca Hall and Jason Bateman.
Yes.
This one is quite different, and my sense is that was by design.
Yeah, I mean, it bears some similarities in that it's about something kind of scary and terrifying, but
Yes.
more in a real world sense. And so it's subtler along those lines. It's not a genre exercise, but it is a film to be to make you feel tense. But it's coming off The Gift. I realised how much I love working with actors, and I was looking to do something dramatic and something that would put a positive message out into the world. And when I read Garrett's book, I was incredibly shocked, very moved, and then ultimately, as the days wore on, completely compelled to get involved.
Garrard, were you surprised when you found out that Joel was so interested in your gay conversion therapy story?
Yes. So, I got this email and we were setting up a meeting, and Joel wanted to meet with these survivors of conversion therapy, including me. And I just thought that was such a great gesture. I'd seen him do a lot of really great stuff around loving for marriage equality.
Oh.
And so I already knew he was a great ally. And so when we sat down across from each other in Brooklyn, it felt very natural. And this felt like somebody who was very much in the grip of a story that they wanted to tell.
Mm. Two of the many great actors in this movie are Nicole Kidman and Russell Crowe, who play Lucas Hedges' parents in the film. They must be heroes of yours, being all from the same part of the globe. What was it like to get them involved and to be working with them on the set all together?
Well, strangely, I had a longer history and a deeper friendship with Lucas Hedges because I'd worked with Peter, his father, on The Odd Life of Timothy Green. And Lucas and I used to play basketball together in Atlanta when he was like 12 or 13. I wrote him a little letter when he got his first ever acting job, which was on Moonrise Kingdom.
Right.
Where I warned him not to grow up and take my acting jobs from me. So I just, keep your enemies close is I guess the message. Nicole and Russell being Australian and while that community is very tight, those guys live on the top shelf of that community of actors in Australia. And I'd only sort of made their acquaintance in passing, so it wasn't like calling old friends and going, hey, help me out here, I'm making a movie. They just happened to bear such resemblance in physiognomy and energy to Garrett's parents, who I spent a little bit of time with in Arkansas.
It's wild because at the end of Boy Erased, we see pictures, Garrett, of you and your mom and dad, and I was like, oh wait, that's not a picture of Nicole and Russell in character as his mom and dad, that's actually your mom and dad. The resemblance is tremendous.
It's uncanny. Especially Russell Crowe as my dad. Like every minor detail, like every tick of his face, it's crazy.
And I felt a little bit like, shit, I'm Australian, this is a very American neighbourhood, a very American story. I was a little nervous about stacking it with Australians, and of course there's Troye Sivan, and if you cancel out Flea's rest of his entire life, he was born in Australia. So,
oh, wow.
But Nicole and Russell have such an old friendship, a platonic friendship that stretches back to the day she claims Russell drank champagne out of her shoe at a party when she was 17. That they have such a tactile, immediate, kind of akin to a marriage through friendship that really helped me, and they just really suited each other. So I just had to trust that it wasn't going to turn it into a film that people thought they were coming to watch an Australian family wrestling with gay conversion therapy.
I think it's kind of cool.
But respectfully, I thought they were the right people to play the roles in that, and I think that's been proven right, I think.
If anybody watching this movie has an eagle eye, they can see Garrard Conley in one of the early group scenes in a little cameo. And when I saw it, I thought that must have been so weird for you it must have brought you back in a strange way to that experience years ago, actually being there.
Yeah, I mean, my first day on set was the day they were reconstructing the conversion therapy camp. So that was a little bit odd to walk into. I mean, they had all of the same materials. It was extremely authentic, like posters that were designed to look like posters that existed from that time. And the 274-page handbook that everyone had was there. I mean, that was really surreal. And in my little cameo, I'm basically playing someone who got stuck there. So it's like I've been there the whole time. It's an alternate universe. It's really creepy. As if I wasn't doing enough to myself.
Right. It's a cool moment. And your husband's in the movie too, which I think is very cool.
And my mom.
And your mom, that's great. Okay, before I let you go, thank you, Tori. Since we're in Canada, this is our IMDb Mountie hat. Pick a question, Joel, read it out loud, and you'll both answer it.
Why are you so handsome? What's on your Canadian bucket list?
I don't know. Why are you looking at me? Joel's looking at me first.
Once upon a time, I wanted to go to the Calgary Stampede, rodeo.
Yeah.
But I have some issues with rodeo, so I'm going to take that off my bucket list. I've done a lot of them because I've lived here on and off, like eating your lobsters and stuff here. I would say I'd go skiing here. I've never done that. I would love to go up, somewhere high in Whistler.
Whistler, yeah.
I want to actually see Toronto. We've just been
Turn around.
Yeah, there it is. We've just been shuttling around to different places. So I'm excited to get
It's
some.
like
downtime.
whack-a-mole, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're just gonna come up, pop up, go to the other place.
It's a beautiful city. I hope you get to explore. I love being here.
Yeah.
Guys,
I love it too. I think Toronto's a great city, and I'm not just saying that in case I say the opposite and I get lynched. No, but it's a very fun city.
you've saved yourself. You've also made a great movie, Boy Erased. Joel and Garrett, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Yes.